for the best travel tripod of 2025? If you are, I've already made a video on it. It is this guy, the TreeRoot tripod from Falcam. It is not the Peak Design carbon fiber travel tripod that is $600. It still bugs me how overrated this travel tripod is. And luckily, this travel tripod has like taken off. People have gone wild for the TreeRoot because as soon as you start using it, you're like, oh, this has way better features than most tripods out there, and it's at a price that is much more affordable than most high-end travel tripods. $499 for this tripod. But you might be saying to yourself, like, $499, that's a lot for a travel tripod. I would like something a little more affordable. Well, Falcam has come out with that for you. Now, they've actually changed their entire naming schematics. So this thing was the F38 Pro tripod, and then they just called it the TreeRoot tripod, and now this guy is the TreeRoot Classic tripod. This guy over here is now the TreeRoot SE tripod, which comes in much cheaper, and now we have a Pro version, like a beefcake of a This thing is a beast. Comes in though at a price tag that matches its beastliness. $699 for the tripod alone. It does not come with the ball head. Let's go through these three tripods. We'll figure out which one's best for you, kind of talk about what makes each of them unique, but really and truly for me, it always comes back to this middle guy, the TreeRoot. Now it's called the Classic, the TreeRoot Classic tripod. This I still think is the best tripod on the market. And then, spoiler alert, if you're looking for something a little less expensive, the SE is an option now. And if you're looking for something for like bigger camera setups, now the Pro is an option. And this whole Falcam range now has price levels. So $699, $499, and $299 for this guy. This video, by the way, not sponsored at all by Falcam. They did send me the tripods, but not sponsored at all by them. I just love these tripods. It is sponsored though by Storyblocks. Storyblocks gives you unlimited access to royalty-free video, motion graphics, sound effects, music, and some of the best DaVinci templates that I've found. Using the DaVinci templates has made my life so much easier. But I'll tell you, the main thing that I've been using Storyblocks for lately is drone shots in videos, because it is getting harder and harder to fly drones pretty much anywhere. So now if I'm going somewhere, instead of having to pack my entire drone kit so that I can put it up and get one or two shots, I can just look up where I'm at, drone shots on Storyblocks, and there are hundreds to choose from. I download it, I throw it into the video, and nobody even knows that that wasn't my drone shot. Keeps me safe from getting in trouble with my drone and keeps me from having to bring all of my drone gear for what usually is like 2 shots. Head to the first link in the description, go over to Storyblocks and give them a try. I promise you, you will be thrilled with what you find on storyblocks.com. Okay, back to these tripods. We already covered price here. We're talking $699, $499, $299. What makes them so different? Let's first talk about weight. And there is actually a different kind of carbon fiber that is used on the SE versus the Classic and the Pro. These are higher end carbon fibers, but weight-wise, 1.3 kilograms, 1.5 kilograms, and 1.7 kilograms. Now, 1.7 kilograms is without the ball head on here. And there are actually 2 ball head options for this Pro model. We will talk about those in a little bit here. Now, these 2 tripods themselves, technically the SE without a ball head is 1 centimeter shorter than the Classic, but the Classic's ball head is incredibly low profile. So when you put them together, the Classic is actually shorter than the SE model. The Classic, you're gonna see, look, the Classic is still, I think, the best travel tripod out there. The SE offers a lot of the same features that we get in the Classic, but you save $200. Now, one thing that you get on the Classic and the Pro that you do not get on the SE is the, I think they call them Rayulux legs. They're kind of like hexagonal legs on the bottom and then a little bit rounded on top, but you get that on the top, so when it's folded, you get this like very round feeling tripod. But unlike the Peak Design tripod, when you extend the leg, you get round tubes. Now, round tubes are inherently stiffer than if you had a bunch of sections like this that were flat, and then you extend them all out, and then you get hang on, let me just show you. This is a great design for when it is folded. I do like that, but when you extend these legs all the way out, Peak Design tripod legs are very bendy. Look how much bend is in that leg because the legs are not round, or the tubes inside of that main one are not round. Compare that to, I get round tubes inside of the hexagon, and look at this. That is as much as it will move. Look, I can't. It won't even bend. You can't bend these legs. So that creates a much stiffer tripod, but then within that upper tube creates a very, slim travel section. Now the SE does not have that, but because it's round legs all the way down, when you do lock out those legs, you still get a very stiff leg. So these tube legs are way stiffer than the Peak Design tripod. What you do get though is those 1/3 quarter lock legs, which I love. So I like twist lock legs, but usually you're like twisting and twisting and twisting. These just go 1/3 of the way around and they unlock. I bring them all together. I lock them all with one hand. Unlock, 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 come together, one hand. This is part of what made the Classic my favorite tripod, and now we have that again on a tripod that's $299. What is very different though is the ball head. So the ball head on here is a single lock ball head. So I unlock this bit here, now the ball head is completely loose and pivots at the same time. So the panning action is, this is not like a pan head, even though it does pan. If you unlock it, it's just completely unlocked. Like all this is unlocked and the pan axis is unlocked. And then with one thing, you lock it and now the thing's locked off. But on this head, this is F38 head, but it's also any Arca Swiss plate can top load onto this. So with this guy, instead of sliding it in like F38, I'm just gonna top load, it locks in place, and it is stupidly secure. Now I do have a lever, so with one lever I can unlock, and I have panning, lock that back up, and then if I unlock this guy, now I have all of my movement come up just the tiniest bit, and I can unlock that, and I can go into a vertical shot. And unlike the Peak Design, when I'm in vertical, look, I can spin all the way around because there's no little weird nodules on the bottom of the ball head. So the ball head on here, it's also one quick latch to pop your camera out. Again, Arca Swiss or F38 just drops in, locked in place, and then when you want to get it out, just one lever, quick, it comes right back out. This is why this is still my favorite tripod. It does have a detachable center column. So this center column, I won't talk too much about this tripod. I've already made, I think, 1 or 2 videos on it, but the center column does have this very cool little system where I press it like that, lift this bit up, and the center column comes apart. So if I was gonna go underneath it, or I just wanted to go super low to the ground with this thing, I can do that super quickly. And then when I wanna go back together, it is that quickly to put the center column back together. It is so, I'm telling you, man, you start using this tripod and you're like, oh, I don't know why I would use any other tripod. But the main reason that you might go to the Pro is that this Pro is designed for much heavier gear. This thing, first off, has no center column, still has the 1/3 quick lock legs. This thing is such a beast. This thing is a tank. I bet I could do the when Gene hung from his tripod. Oh, yes. No problem on this tripod. This thing is a tank. Now, like I said, though, this tripod, it doesn't come with this ball head on there. So let me take this thing off. This tripod, it just comes with legs, so it can go super low to the ground because there's no center column, and you can put whatever ball head you prefer on here. Now, they did come out with 2 of their own ball heads. So we have the Marsace, is that how you say that? This is the XB3R, and then I have another tripod around here somewhere. Oh, there it is. And this guy has the XB2R on there. And the only difference is how much they can hold. So they have all the same features, like really rugged, heavy duty ball heads, really solid pan axis on there. You do have like one giant knob. Uncrack that knob and you get its full range of motion. There's 2 vertical positioning little slots to pop into. Crank down that dial to lock out the ball unit. And then you have another dial here, unlock that guy. You have pan access now built into here. And then just like on the Classic, you have that universal plate. So F38, anything Arca Swiss can lock into here. And just like I said, it top loads in and goes shadinkies. And then the last thing I guess I'll show you is the max height that these guys can go. Pro, Classic, and SE. These two are really close. These are actually shockingly much closer than I thought they were going to be for a $200 difference. Stability wise, the Classic is definitely a little more stable than the SE, and then the Pro is just like, dude, this thing is a tank. This is the beefiest tripod. Again, this whole video is really to say Falcam now has 3 tripods to choose from. The Classic is still the best at $499, comes with a ball head. But if you are a person that wants a killer travel tripod with really good legs, those like really awesome 1/3 quick locks, you like the F38 system, for $299 you can get this tripod. And also if you're someone that uses this tripod, but then when you switch over to your big cameras, you're like, oh man, I wish I had some of the convenient features from this tripod for my big cameras. Now you can. As always though, I want to hear your comments down below. Tell me, do you have this? If you have this tripod, tell people how good it is, because I tell them all the time and I just feel like it helps. It helps if you also have one and you're like, I love it, put it down below. And if you don't have this tripod yet, which of these 3 would you go for?